Hey guys, Anthony in the CTA Insider Group has a question. Any recommendations for being able to do multiple HDMI inputs into one Thunderbolt port? Is that possible? Yes, it is possible. What you're going to need to do, though, is basically use your Thunderbolt port and the software, which would be OBS or Wirecast or vMix or whatever broadcast software you're using. You're going to use the computer basically as your broadcast portal. Okay. So you're not going to really be doing any of your video mixing or anything like that, multiple camera mixing and stuff. You're not going to be doing that inside OBS or live, Wirecast or one of those other programs, unless you are doing things like sharing screens, bringing in remote cameras, IP cameras, playing videos, doing things like that. What you'll need to do is get something like the Roland V1 HD video switcher. Now, what this is a video switcher that has 4 HDMI inputs. Oh, it's kind of hard to see here, but it's got 4 HDMI inputs. So you can plug in 4 different HDMI cameras. You can have a preview monitor and you can have an output. That output is what you are going to then send into a capture card of some kind connected to your Thunderbolt port. In my case, I have a Blackmagic mini recorder, and what this does is it has an HDMI input and it's got an SDI input. So I can have either one, an HDMI camera or a higher end camera that has SDI, one, not both, either one, and then it goes to a Thunderbolt cable, which then goes into my laptop or your iMac or whatever you're using. So what you would do is you would have your Roland mixer, and it costs about $1,000. You would have your Roland mixer, and then you would have camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, camera 4, and then the output goes into like the mini recorder, which then goes into the Thunderbolt port. Okay. An alternative to doing this is to get a card. If you're doing this, say, on a PC or on a Mac, that is like a unit where you can add in a card, like a video card or an expansion card, and you can get something that has multiple HDMI inputs. Blackmagic makes a Decklink Duo 2, which has 4 SDI inputs, so you would actually have to get adapters that go from HDMI to SDI. But that's one way to avoid having to spend $1,000 on a switcher if you just want to have, like, say, 4 inputs coming in. Anyway, your solution right now is to get a video switcher like the V1 HD from Roland. I know folks that use them and they do really good. It's very portable, and you can take it, if you have a laptop and you've got 4 cameras and you only have 1 Thunderbolt port, it can make a nice portable rig, definitely. But if you're going to be doing something, if you're doing it from a desktop computer that only has 1 Thunderbolt port, if you can put a card in, I would go the card route. If you're using like an iMac and it only has a couple of Thunderbolt ports, then that may be your best bet, is to use an outboard system like that. So hope that helps.